This is why people hate buying cars from car dealers. 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee with the spray and bed liner add-on for $799. The Jeep Grand Cherokee isn't a truck. Make it make sense. Not to mention the dealer also added on tint and nitro for $899, Lux Care for $1399, and a dock fee for a very simple $899. But then there's also an admin fee for $249.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And as you saw in that clip, which we took from the guys over at Car Edge, this is why dealers, as they said in that video, link in the description, by the way. As they said in that video, the dealers are doing it to themselves. But I almost feel like it's time, especially with the coming back of so many products, Stellantis-wise, and I'm talking about Ram, bringing back the Hemi and Hellcat options and some of the other stuff that'll be coming. I think it's time that Stellantis has to put in some guardrails on dealerships. Roll the intro. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Before we get into the video, I want to talk a little bit about our Tesla Model S giveaway. It is still active. And I believe, let me check right now at the time when we're recording this, we still have some of the 10X or 10-time entry hats. They look like this, but they're black and fitted, not the snapback version that we have here. But if that's not for you, there are basically any dollar spent counts as one entry, no matter what you pick up on the site, whether it's one of the mugs or a hat or something else. So if you want to get entered in for that, definitely go ahead and do so. The 10X entries is when I checked yesterday on the site, I knew we were over 50% of those sold already. So if you're trying to get into that, definitely go do it while you can. Getting into the video, and you can do that by going to tksgarage.com. Sorry, my brain's been everywhere today. Or click on any of the merch below the screen here. Getting into the video, so I saw this video from the guys over at Car Edge. And if you don't know, like they've been a sponsor here on the channel before, and they're great guys. Ray and Zach, and Ray has a whole career in the automotive industry. They see this crap all the time. But what I'm wondering is, this obviously happened at a Stellantis dealer, right? It's a Jeep Grand Cherokee L that they put a spray-in bed liner. I feel like Stellantis has to put guide rails up for these dealers at this point. And shout out to my dude, OC Motivator. He exposes these bums on a regular basis, and that's just in California. All the time, man, for doing this wild stuff. Spray-in bed liner on a vehicle that doesn't even have a bed for $799. I want to say that's contractual fraud, right? That's you're selling a product that you didn't get. It's fraud. It's either two things have to happen. I don't think anything happens at the state level because of the lobby, right? The money that these dealers spend to get politicians elected and all the other money they spend for different issues. I don't think, they would ever change in California or any other state to go after dealers to change that, right? But Stellantis could put guide rails in place. And I know John Elkann was talking about it right after Tavares was stepped down, fired, kicked out of the company, however you want to put it. But I knew right after that, magically, John Elkann was talking about putting in some guardrails to stop these excessive markups on vehicles. And with the Hemi coming back for the Ram 1500, effective immediately. So if you want to order one for the 2026 model year, you can do that, which, by the way, I'm getting a new Laramie Longhorn. So stay tuned for that. I have to say, they need to put it in place. They have to stop these BS fees. And just so you know, if you're buying a vehicle, and I know you're like, I really like this one. I like the color. I love all the features. There's another one with the same color and all of the same features. Unfortunately, a lot of people get like stuck in if I don't buy it now, they get FOMO or fear of missing out, right? Like if I don't buy this right now, I might not be able to get another one. You will. And consumers literally just need to be trained on not to fall for the bullshit. That's it. Just don't fall for the bullshit. And it can happen, right? Like I think there is if consumers were taught better, to say, hey, look, I'm not paying that doc fee. I don't know what this administration fee is. I mean, just as you saw in the intro, just the fees alone, right? The, what was it? Nitrogen and wheel locks or nitrogen and whatever was $800. The doc fee was $800. We're at $1,600, an admin fee, $250. So now you're at $1,050. And then you have a spray-in bed liner that doesn't exist for another $8. Like you're literally tacking on like $3,000 in junk fees onto these vehicles. And it's why people hate dealers. So, I've said this before. I mean, I don't get sponsored. Tobin doesn't give me any money for any of that. But when it comes to like buying, if I'm buying a Ram or a Dodge or something, I buy it at Tobin, right? Because the only junk fee, if you want to call it that, the only thing I've ever paid when I buy a vehicle from them, no doc fees, no nothing, has been, oh no, I did pay a doc fee. It was like a GPS tracker or whatever that they put on the vehicle that you can log in and control. It was like $499. That's it for a junk fee. If I'm working a deal and we're several $1,000s under sticker, or if I'm anywhere near invoice, I'm not going to fight about a $500 GPS thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's why I buy most of my vehicles from the Tobin Auto Group. So, not saying, and I've had people message me and be like, my experience sucked. And there's a wonderful thing you can do. It's called speak up. Say something. Because for me, look, I understand that dealerships have to make money, but the excessive BS that goes on with some of these dealerships is just absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me. But I'd love to know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I think Stellantis could literally set up guardrails or guide rails, whatever you want to call them, that says, hey, no adjusted markups. If you get caught doing that, we're pulling allocate. And that's all they have to do. They can still sell them vehicles because, understand this, dealers are the actual customer of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. It's not us, right? We buy from the dealers. They don't have the ability to sell direct to us. I think if they were able to do that on some vehicles, it would change a little bit the way that they'd have to do business, because it would have to be such more about the experience is great going through a dealer than buying for yourself. Like the deal would have to be better buying from a dealer than it is straight from the manufacturer, which probably wouldn't happen, right? So I think if they put these guardrails in place and say, hey, look, if you start doing these fees, or if we get, and put up something on the website where consumers can report it, like have a thing and you advertise that, hey, if a dealer took advantage of you or charged we want to know about it. And then in goodwill, if Stellantis, I'm not saying they have to do that money wise, but they gave some of that money back to the consumer that they got screwed by the dealer. And then, yeah, you can still sell that dealer cars, but hey, I want some of those new V8 Rams. Sorry, all we got is Penastars that we can sell you. All we can do is give you Penastars right now because you keep doing dumb shit and taking advantage of customers. If Stellantis did that, they'd only have to do that with these dealership groups one time. Because the first time that happens, I'm willing to bet a couple things happen. One, whoever the general manager is that's in charge at that time probably gets fired. Because the owners are going to be pissed that they can't get access to cars because of the cars that they want because of a decision that their general manager made. It's that simple. It's not a difficult thing to do. And I've had people that work at Stellantis that say, oh, it's not that simple. We can't just do that. You know, there's dealership councils and fuck them. Disrespectfully. Like, Stellantis is in a spot now where they have to turn this company around, right? And one of the things that have turned off a lot of things to customers was not just the EV crap, but it was all the stuff that went on during the last call crap with all of the super dumb adjusted markups and just the bend over and take it crap that was going on at that company, and all of those dealerships that they have to put out something. They have to do some sort of goodwill. You know, even if it's just lip service, they got to do something. They have to say something about what these dealers were doing to turn it around. But anyways, you guys, and I will say this, if you guys are looking to buy a car or whatever, they do have some awesome features and stuff over at Car Edge. Definitely go check them out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm going to get into some more dealer stuff. I know you guys have been asking me to do that, so I'm going to look at a couple more things. I've had people email me issues, and I'm trying to work out some of those for those customers now. But I think I do need to get back into, you know, still covering my news and dropping the leaks and stuff, but I do need to use this voice for good if I can in terms of getting after some of these dealers that do this dumbass shit. Anywho's, as always, stay petty, my friends.
Whoopee!